No one in the dusty town of Red Creek had expected the mail-order bride advertisement to be answered, least of all by a blind woman. The rancher, Eli Thompson, had posted the notice out of desperation. His cattle ranch was failing, his homestead falling apart, and his loneliness eating him alive. The advertisement was meant to be serious, but when the town's cruelest men caught wind of it, they decided to turn it into entertainment. They found a girl, a blind girl. Her name was Lilliana, delicate as porcelain, with golden hair that shimmered beneath the sun like spun wheat. She arrived in a tattered wagon with nothing but a white dress and a calm expression that unnerved even the most hardened cowhand. Her unseeing eyes gazed ahead like she could see something no one else could. The townsfolk whispered, "She won't last a week. He'll send her back by morning." A blind wife? What use is she to a rancher? But Eli didn't send her back. He couldn't. Because when Lilliana, unafraid, unwavering, took his arm and said in a voice steadier than the wind, "I may not have sight, but I have strength. If you'll have me, I'll work until your ranch rises again," something inside him shifted. He didn't know whether to respect her or fall to his knees. 2 years had passed since the day Lilliana stood on Eli's porch in a borrowed wedding dress. Life on the ranch had been far from kind. The drought worsened. Cattle starved. Supplies ran thin. Eli did everything he could, but he was fighting a losing war against dust and debt. Then came the sickness. Eli caught a fever that burned hotter than the summer sun. He could barely rise from bed. The doctor said he needed medicine from the town 3 days, right away, but there was no one to fetch it. No one except Lilliana, blind, alone, armed with nothing but courage and the reins of an old mule. Eli had begged her not to go. "You'll lose your way," he rasped. "Please, don't leave me." But she touched his cheek, soft as dawn. "I made a promise to stand by you. I don't need eyes to find my way back to you." And so she rode. 3 days passed. 4, 5. Eli waited, delirious, whispering her name into the darkness. On the 6th day, the sound of wagon wheels broke the silence. He stumbled to the porch, half expecting to see a stranger. But there she was, Lilliana. But she was not alone. In her arms, 2 babies, one swaddled in brown cloth, one in cream, their small fists waving in the sunlight, faces soft as peaches. Eli froze. His mind spun. She smiled, not with her eyes, but with her whole being. "I brought medicine." And something more. As she laid the babies gently into his trembling arms, tears blurred his vision. "Their mother died in the storm on my way back," Lilliana whispered. "I found her by the river. She begged me with her last breath to save her children. So I did." The babies cooed softly as if blessing the moment. Eli could no longer stand. He fell to his knees, clutching the children to his chest. "You're blind," he choked. "How did you make it back?" "Through the storm. Through the river." "With 2 infants?" She knelt beside him and lifted her face toward the sky. "Because I am not weak, Eli. They sent me here as a joke." Her voice trembled, not with pain, but with power. "But God sent me here with a purpose." From that day on, the townsfolk never laughed at her again. They called her the blind mother of the frontier. And Eli, he no longer prayed for rain or fortune. He simply prayed that he could become half as strong as the woman who found her way through darkness and returned bearing life.